Let's draw a robot inspired by shapes. You might have a handout that looks like this at your table, or you can use your imagination. You'll be drawing with a pencil first. So that you can see my drawing on the camera, I'm going to use a marker. I recommend that first you decide if you want your paper to go horizontally, sideways, or vertically, up and down. Maybe I'm going to start with the head and the body of my robot, since those will be the biggest parts. I decided to turn my paper sideways, so I maybe have room for 2 robots if I want. You can use any shapes you want to make your robots. Maybe for my first robot, I'm going to use a square and an oval for the head and the body. Then we'll want to add more detail and fun shapes to the head. You can think about what shapes you want your robot to have. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Here I'm adding some rectangles to my robot. And you'll be doing all these steps with pencil first. Then we'll want to add some kind of face. Maybe I'm going to draw some circles for eyes, and an eyelid, and a little eyeball. I think that's looking pretty fun. Next, I will want to add some arms and legs with more shapes, and I could even add more shapes on the body if I want to. So I'm going to add a rectangle or 2 lines to make a neck. Then I can think about how I want to make arms if they want to be more articulated or straight. Maybe I'm going to have a curved robot arm that I've divided up with lots of different little lines. And this one is going to be waving at us. Alright, I've drawn the legs, added another detail here. Let's make a friend for our robot. I'm going to use shapes to draw the second robot, but it might look a little different. I'm going to start with the head and the body. Okay, we've got the head, the body, and the legs. Now let's add the neck and the arms and other details. After you have 1 or more robots drawn, then we'll get to color the robots. When you're coloring, you can use markers or crayons. If you're using markers, you want to make sure that you close the markers each time by really pressing them closed. When I'm coloring, I like to make sure that I can go around the edge neatly, and I'm drawing slow enough to control what I'm doing. I'm not rushing, instead I am taking my time. I also like to pull the marker in one direction. That'll keep the tip of the marker lasting much longer than if I'm scribbling back and forth. We want to do our best to treat our art supplies nicely so they last a long time for everyone. It's okay if it's not perfect. We can try our best and learn through the process of making art. After you've colored in your robot or robots, if you want to, you can also draw a background. Where would my robots be? Are they outside? Are they inside? What would you see in the scene? If they are inside, what does the room look like? If they're outside, who else or what else is in the landscape? I'm excited for you to make a really cool drawing of some robots using shapes today.